Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we're going to be talking edible gold leaf. So do you see these things around? You see them on cakes. People use them to decorate cakes and pastries and confections basically, and they are very pretty, but also they are very expensive. Some of them are like 18 carats, some of them are like 24 karat gold. Like, they are edible gold leaf, so they are quite expensive. I think where I live, this one, it's about 9 centimeters by 9 centimeters, and it's about 120 gribbons. 120 gribbons is around, it's almost $5. Yeah, it's almost $5. And if you're going to be covering a cake with that, you're going to be needing at least, just a normal size cake, you're going to be needing at least 10. So it's quite expensive. So something other people, like maybe a cheaper option for most people, is to buy the particles. And these ones are quite cheap, and they're kind of in pieces. I'm not sure if they're maybe 20 karat or 14 karat. I don't really know much about these ones, but they're a lot cheaper. It's about maybe 120 or 150 grams per jar. That's around maybe $6. So they are quite cheap. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to attach it to your cake. I had a wedding cake recently, and I wanted to put some gold leaf to give you a little oomph, because there's a way they make everything extra fine. So I'm going to be showing you guys today how to use it. So the same way you use those particles is the same way you're going to use the large one if you want to use the large one. But today I'm a chill girl, so I'm using the particles. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure your cake is a little sticky, and I'm using my steamer here. But if you don't have a steamer, you can as well use a clean brush that is wet. You don't want to put water on your cake, on your fondant cake. You want to use a clean brush that is wet, just a little wet, so you can put a little of that wetness on the cake and then attach. The brush has to be wet for it to stick to it, and the cake has to be wet for it to stick on. I don't know if that makes sense. So now today I'm going to be just making diagonal lines with the particles, just to give the cake a little bit more. This was not the design the person sent to me, but if you know me, if you ever ordered a cake from me or anything, I don't make exactly the same thing you sent to me. I'm going to put my own touch to it and make it my style kind of. So most times when people see my cakes, they know, oh, Cake made this, because I kind of have my own style and I like it, and I feel like the style is evolving. Anyways, don't let me bore you guys with my style. Anyway, so if you notice, I'm just putting it on. The brush I'm using is wet. It is not wet, soaking wet, just a little bit wet, so you can pick up the so you can pick up the gold leaf, and then I'm applying it to the wet cake. But the thing is, the longer you keep your cake, it's going to kind of dry out. So if it dries out, put a little bit more wetness. So that's what I'm doing right now with the steamer. I'm making it a little bit wet, then I'm going to be attaching more of that onto it. So if you want to buy this, guys, I'm going to leave a link for you in the description box below. I think it's about maybe $6, or if you buy in bulk, it's a lot cheaper. When I buy stuff, I like to buy in bulk. When I bought this, I think I bought about 12 of this, and it's about maybe $4 on Amazon. So I'm going to leave the link in the description box for you guys to buy, in case you want that. Okay, so guys, if you like to buy any of my favorite cake tools, I'm going to also leave a link for you guys in the description box below. And I get a kind of commission every time you guys just open to buy stuff, so please don't away. Okay, so if you notice, this cake is fondant, obviously. So if you wanted to do this for a buttercream cake, you wouldn't need a steamer or maybe a whipped cream cake, because they are already kind of wet. The buttercream kind of never dries, as well as whipped cream, it never dries basically. So you would not need a steamer. You're just going to need a wet brush. It's going to stick to the butter, and it's going to stick to the frosting if it's buttercream or whipped cream. So if you're using this for a cream cake, you wouldn't need to maybe make the cake wet or use a steamer or anything. So the reason why you're using a steamer or trying to make the cake wet for fondant is that because it is dry, so you need a wet surface for it to stick to. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the seams of my cake. Sometimes when I'm decorating a cake, I don't bother doing some things. For example, if this was going to be my regular cakes and there's not going to be maybe gold dust to hide the imperfections, I'm going to take my time and cover the seam. But sometimes I get lazy when I know that I have something part of the design is going to cover that part, so that's what I'm doing here. So I kind of just covered the seam of my fondant with the edible gold leaf packaging. If you want to see how I cover my fondant cakes and have them to be amazing and seamless and just pretty, I'm going to leave a link for you right up here. So click on that. Like, I made a video for you guys on how to cover your cakes, 2 different methods that can be easy for you depending on what you are used to. Okay, so this was my cake and I think I'm done at this point. Yeah, and it's pretty. Okay, so if you're looking to make maybe a gold buttercream cake, I also have a video for you guys on how to make a golden buttercream cake, whether it's buttercream or whipped cream. Like I showed you guys the techniques I used to get my cake to be really gold without using an airbrush. Okay, so for this cake I was about to put it was a wedding cake, so I wanted to put a topper on it for divine and shimmer. And that's all she wrote, guys. Like, decorating is fun and quite easy. Thank you guys for always watching my videos. If you haven't given me a thumbs up on this one yet, come on, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in my future videos. And please subscribe to this channel because I have amazing content for you guys. Bye, and I love you. Bye.